On the 14th of August 2003, starting at around 4:10 p.m, a series of power outages began affecting the northeastern United States and the Canadian province of Ontario. Affected cities included Detroit, Cleveland, Akron, Toledo, Newark, and New York in the US, and Toronto, Hamilton, London, and Windsor in Canada. The effect was immediate and dramatic. Elevators jerked to a stop between floors. Underground trains stalled in tunnels far beneath the streets. The water supply in some buildings failed, as there was no electricity to power water pumps. Traffic lights went dark, leading to immediate traffic jams. Computer systems shut off. Televisions and radios fell silent. Lights went out, and air conditioning units, in heavy use on that hot August day, stopped working altogether. In many cities, workers flooded out onto the streets. In New York, much of the public transportation network was now out of action, leaving people with little choice but to walk. The police asked for volunteers to help direct traffic at busy interchanges, while elsewhere, streets filled with pedestrians, many of whom were unused to navigating the city entirely on foot. Transit issues were further worsened by the fact that, without power, most gas stations could not pump fuel. Many cars and trucks that were low on fuel when the blackout began were very quickly stranded. Some border control checkpoints were also taken out of action, leading to massive queues. For many people, this was a stressful, frightening, or inconvenient situation. For others, it was a break from routine that was almost enjoyable. Some workers chose to sleep over at their offices or bed down in parks for the night. Bars remained open, selling off their supplies of alcohol from rapidly warming fridges. Restaurants and food vendors rushed to sell off or give away perishable foods before they spoiled in the heat, and block parties were held in the darkened streets of many neighborhoods. Most forms of organized entertainment, however, were called off on safety grounds. System failures at a chemical plant near Ontario resulted in a leak of toxic material into a nearby lake, while an oil refinery near Detroit was rocked by a small explosion, necessitating a complete evacuation of the surrounding area. 9 nuclear power plants were shut down on safety grounds, as people across the affected area fired up generators, some of which had not been maintained in good condition. Reports of several deaths from carbon monoxide poisoning came in. Elsewhere, as people lit candles to provide light to see by, numerous small fires were started, resulting in several deaths. Without traffic lights and streetlights, there was an increase in traffic accidents. Pharmacies were forced to close, leaving people without access to prescription medication. Access to food and water was limited, putting people suffering from diabetes or other conditions affected by diet at risk. Medical conditions of all kinds were exacerbated by stress, heat, and exertion. It is estimated that, in total, the blackout cost at least 100 people their lives.